How do you and I become a good neighbor? We complete what we start. Being a good neighbor isn't a short-term project. It's not a little mission project you do. No, being a good neighbor is something God wants you to do every day of your life. Anybody can be a good neighbor for a little while. I can be a good neighbor for a day. How about you? I might even stretch it out to a few days. But God's calling for our lives is not just to be on a short-term project, but to be involved for the rest of our lives in living this life out, not only being blessed, but being a blessing to others. It's a lifelong calling. And that's what you see in this Samaritan. Let me take you back one final time to Luke chapter 10, verse 34 and 35. Kneeling beside him, the Samaritan soothed his wounds with medicine and bandaged them. That was his skill. Then he put the man on his own donkey. That's that reconciliation part. He's carrying him forward. Took him to an inn where he took care of him. The next day, he handed the innkeeper 2 pieces of silver and told him to take care of the man. If his bill runs higher than that, he said, I'll pay the difference the next time I am here. Are you seeing the commitment of this good Samaritan? He goes to him, he gets him on his donkey, he takes him to an inn, he takes care of him, and then he says to the innkeeper, by the way, make sure this man is taken care of. I'm going to come back and check on him. And by the way, if his bill runs higher than what I've already given, the money I've already given you, keep an account of that and I'll pay you everything when I come back again. What I want you to see is that the man, the Good Samaritan, was willing to absorb the cost of the man's restoration. And that's a sermon in and of itself, because is that not what Jesus did for us? On the cross of Calvary, when he hung on that cross and died for you and me, he paid the price so that we could be restored. He paid the bill. He paid our hospital bill for us. He paid the price so that there was restoration for our soul, our lives. And this Good Samaritan demonstrates the same thing. He says, I'll pay the bill for him. I will absorb the cost of his restoration. Whatever he needs, I'll pay for it. His long-term commitment was very evident in this story.